You should be mewing so softly that basically you're not doing anything. Let me show you how to do it. With your eyes closed, feel your tongue in your mouth. You're going to have your mouth closed, and by closed, that means lips together. If your teeth aren't touching, don't force it. If your teeth are touching, leave them where they are. Feel for your tongue. Now, what I want you to do is let your tongue relax and expand. Like a balloon, let the tongue fill the mouth. You're not going to do this by trying to expand the tongue. You're going to do this by simply letting go of it. Feel it expand up towards the roof of the mouth, against your teeth, and the root of the tongue is actually in your jaws. Feel the contact points. Where does this tongue start touching? Relax it more and more. Let it continue to expand more and more. Can you feel the pressure of the tongue as it simply takes up the space that it's supposed to take up? Coming out of your throat and naturally filling up as much of the mouth cavity as it naturally gets to. Now you can experiment with moving your jaw slightly up and down. And what I want you to feel for is that just the natural resting, relaxed position of the tongue is imparting force into your rugae, which is the top front of your palate, into the teeth, into the alveolar bone, which is where the teeth sit. Front to back force, side to side force, just naturally. You're not pushing. You're just noticing the force that's already there. Now, what I want you to notice, is it true that when you inhale, when you take a breath in, is there any difference in the amount of force? Letting the tongue go, if it's floating upwards, that's fine. If it's expanding up and down, so it's floating up to the roof of your mouth and expanding into the floor of your mouth, both are good. That's what the tongue is supposed to be. It's supposed to take up the whole mouth. And in fact, in what's happened with development is that your tongue grew to its proper size, but your jaws, for many people, the jaws, maxilla, all of that did not grow to their proper size. So the tongue is sitting there in a restricted position. It can't relax into its full size. So just letting it relax. A lot of people say that when they try to put their tongue up behind the front teeth, it wants to slip down to behind the front bottom teeth. Or that when they try to mew and they push up like this, it goes into their airway and they can't breathe. Exactly. The tongue is too large. It's not, the tongue isn't too large. The tongue is the right size. The jaws and all of this are too small. So, by simply relaxing the tongue and letting it fill up the space in your mouth, you're naturally getting force. Naturally, force is being applied. And this is not any force that can go wrong because you're not doing anything. You're simply relaxing the tense muscles of the tongue. If you can feel for your soft palate, relax that as well. Relax the throat. And explore for yourself. Is force being generated this way? And I'll propose to you that your hardest mewing, the sort of feeling that you get in the cheekbones and across the face with your hardest mewing, you can get that same feeling by relaxing the tongue and letting it expand. Fill out the palate, fill out the jaws. And then the next step would be to feel if there's any difference in the force generated on the inhale.